All right, well, welcome to Classic Sunday Nights. We're going to start in July, having 4 or 5 Classic Sunday Nights, and they're on our schedule. I think it kicks off with Smokey and the Bandit, and the great thing about it is we have great people from the community that want to see classic movies and some of their favorites. So we want to just introduce that, and we have, people like Phil Nee and Ben Kelch and Jane Kintz and Marty Richards, and also we're going to do something fun for I believe the Richland Center golf team, athletic booster. So you'll see that on our schedule, and it's $5 Sunday nights for classics, and really looking forward to you coming out to the Starlite.
Well, my pick is Smokey and the Bandit from 1977. There are a lot of movies I could have picked from, but this one is near and dear because my father actually took me to this movie, and I think it's the only movie we ever went to. But he had heard funny things about it because he was a Jackie Gleason fan. And I still recall my dad and I at the old Eskin Theater, and my dad laughing out loud and then repeating some of Jackie Gleason's lines for weeks after that. So this movie is near and dear to me because I recall going with my dad to a movie called Smokey and the Bandit, and it's one that it seems like it has kind of stood the test of time. People today know it well, and there are even Smokey and the Bandit actual runs where they run and get Coors beer and run back with a whole bunch of Trans Ams. So I hope you enjoy it.
My pick for the outdoor theater fun movie night, vintage movie night, is The Long, Long Trailer by Vincent Minnelli, and stars Desi and Lucy. And it's a really fun little light-hearted movie. Desi and Lucy get married. Desi is an engineer who's going to Colorado, and Lucy thinks instead of buying a house, they should buy a long, long trailer so she can go along with his business. And naturally, disaster ensues, but it's lots of laughs, and you'll have lots of fun coming to this outdoor on a nice summer night and watching it.
Hello, I'm Marty Richards, Greater Richland Tourism Director, and my selection for the classic pick at the Starlite 14 Drive-In is the movie Stripes. And anybody who knew our family knew that Stripes was one of my favorite movies because there are catchphrases from the movie that kind of interjected themselves and became part of our language in our household. So specifically when somebody in our household, raising 3 daughters, got a little too upset, I would always turn to them and it was, "Lighten up, Francis." And that didn't always play well at home, but it was pretty funny to me for a minute or two. But also this movie, one of Bill Murray's biggest hits. Harold Ramis, really one of his first projects, big projects that he got to do. If you look at the cast, it's littered with a whole bunch of actors who either were just starting to make it big or made it big later. John Candy's in it. John Larroquette. There's a ton of actors. Sean Young, who I kind of had a crush on at the time, I'll be honest with you. But also there was probably one of my favorite lines when they're contemplating going into Czechoslovakia, a country that doesn't exist anymore, which tells you how long ago it was, that they were going to go into Czechoslovakia and get the other soldiers from their platoon back. And I think the line from Bill Murray was, "Hey, it's like invading Wisconsin." And Ramis replies, "Yeah, I've been to Wisconsin. I got my rear end kicked there." So that always kind of held a soft place in my heart as well. So I hope everybody enjoys Stripes.
Okay, Tony, could you roll the film?
You bet.
That movie.
Dunk.
Holy mackerel.
Those guys will never make anything of themselves.
Yeah, it stunk.